Hello, welcome back. We've got a little featurette here, and it's all about stag handbrakes and how to get them set up properly. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's useful for you. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. It helps the algorithms, it helps the channel. If you want to subscribe to get more of this content, yeah, that helps the algorithms too. Want to contact me, churchhouseclassics, it's all one word, @gmail.com. If I have helped you, or you just plain fancy supporting the channel, then there's a PayPal me link thing down here. If you want to buy me a pint and just add to the donation, buy yourself a pint, Richard, on me. I thank everyone personally for this. It's no obligation, but, you know, all gifts are gratefully received. Thank you very much. Now, before you do anything when it comes to the handbrake, it's essential to make sure that the individual components are in good order. And these little fellas here are not. These are the links that go inside the drum and connect the two shoes together, and then the handbrake cable attaches to them. Down there, right. So this one here, you can see, just look at the amount of wear in that pivot. It is all over the place. If I hold that level, that is just never going to have a good handbrake. This one here is bent on the end. I don't quite know how it's bent on the end. It may well be even newer, because I see it's got a part number on it. So this may be a different age to that one. That one's shagged out. That one's been replaced at some point, I suspect. It's also essential to make sure that springs are all in place, that the shoes have, are in good condition, and that the adjusters are working. If the adjusters ain't working, then you're never going to get it working properly. Anyway, enjoy the video. Anyway, this shoe's off because I had problems with the self-adjuster on it. What I basically did is that shoe was the one that I had the self-adjuster on, and I just rotated them around so we can actually get it back together. Now, the way the self-adjuster works is you kind of got this tiny little hole here, and if you lift that up, then whatever tension is on the shoe will allow it to spring back down. Okay, that's what wasn't working before at all on this side, so I've had to fix that. That's good. That's all done and dusted now, so I'm pleased with that. I haven't got anywhere near the wheel. I've also put a new handbrake lever on here because the old one was shot. So let me just get the old one down. Pretty sure I've done this in the video already, but basically it sits like that on the back plate. That little nodule there goes through this shoe. That little square block there goes inside that hole there. So what I'll do is I'll get the shoe on and then I'll show you how I adjust them up and get the handbrake set up. Right, now we've done that, the next thing I need to do is to make sure that the shoe is correctly located onto this lever as it goes across. I don't think it is actually, in all honesty. There it is, right, it's in there. So basically what we're looking for is, there's the adjuster there, there's the handbrake mechanism. You heard it click into place, so that's that done. The handbrake mechanism now will operate on both shoes. In fact, it just moved the adjuster, which is good news. Now the adjuster's working. I'll just put the adjuster back because I want the adjuster to be on its minimum kind of adjustment. I'll demonstrate the reason why in a second. Another spring here goes on the top, so he goes in there. Then using my little screwdriver, the easiest way I've found to put these springs on, they go on like that. See, piece of piss. Now we've done that, and that. That's all clevis pin there for mechanism. There's the screws. Screws for the drum. So everything's in place, the springs are all in place. Ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk. The handbrake square is located inside the adjuster on this side, and I can see it's nice and tight. Put the drum back on. Handbrake cable is still not connected, and that's quite an important part of this process because we need to get the adjusters to work first of all. Drums on. It's a bit sweary, isn't it, really? Right, that's good. Now, next thing I do is actually push down the brake pedal. You should hear the adjusters clicking. Like that. So I'm fairly sure both those adjusters just click, so I can hear the noise from both sides of the car. Now, this is the important bit. Now that you've adjusted the adjusters, now's the time to put the handbrake, not before. I've got it disconnected from both sides, so let me reconnect one side. This side already is at quite a high level of adjustment. I'll attach the other side first of all. Basically, it's a lock nut on the side, and there's a big square washer. So here we go, back to the driver's side. So you've got the lever, what you basically put the cotter pins through is that hole there. So I won't bother with the washer, won't bother with the split pin just yet, because obviously the thing's going to be adjusted. But basically, put it and attach it onto the back plate. This thing's already tighter than it was before. Push the cotter pin. Does that actually go through? I believe yes it does. Just checking we didn't have any ham-fisted bodgery here. Looks like a bit more. Way too tight. That's better. Cold fingers on cold metal. Oh, it's just such fun. There we are. So let's cotter pin in. Now, we need to centralise the cable up a little bit, because obviously you've got a single cable that runs up to the handbrake on the back. Hopefully it's now centralised. See how loose this thing is. Not bad actually. We are returning both sides. Good. Now all I've done really, centralise the cable up, roughly adjust it, pull the handbrake up, got a nice solid feel to it. I have got a jacking bar here. Right, so it needs to go a bit tighter, because I can still turn it. Do the other side. Yep. So adjust the cable tighter. Through. So turn first of all. Yes, it does. Handbrake on. Turn now. Now, come on the other side. Let's just tighten the other side up a little bit. The reason being is the cable, you can see how much effort I was putting into that, the cable runs up to kind of a fulcrum underneath the handbrake and then back down to the other side. So it's only a single cable. But this side is locked solid, the other side I can just turn. Now it's possible the adjuster hasn't bedded in properly on the other side, in which case what I'll do is I will take you over there and show you what I'm going to do. Just let the handbrake on. It's not easier if I just take you over here, isn't it? Let's take the creeper. Makes a good skateboard, this. Especially when you're not expecting it. Right, we need a bit more licey action on here. Sometimes you can see the adjuster through the drum, but to be honest, the amount of effort it is to take the drum off, might as well just take the drum off. 2 screws, and we know we can properly, you see. And the idea here is that we're just going to back the adjuster right off, and then put the drum back on, listen to it whizzing into place again. Now, strictly speaking, I need to do this with the handbrake cable disconnected, so we have to pull the cable off this side. You're in the way, really, so let's put you over here. You can sort of see what's going on. Drum. La la. Rubbish. Washer fell off. Handbrake cable is off. There's the washer. There's that. Rotate the disc drum around until I can see the adjuster. There it is. Lift up. Here, that's the adjuster thing I was telling you about, the small adjuster. Lift that up, push the chute in. Sometimes, because if you've got the drum on, it will automatically wind itself back in, but in this case it's not going to. So lift that up and push. Oh, I wonder if the handbrake cable is doing that. What's happening? We haven't got a problem with the bloody adjuster on this side as well, have we? High enough because I was going through the hole rather than around the outside. Right, so the adjuster now is pushed right in. Okay, drum back on, handbrake cable off. Put the screws back in just in case the drum decides to make a bid for freedom. It shouldn't do, but then I shouldn't swear, should I? GP tells me I probably shouldn't be drinking either. But now what you say, how many units a week do you have, sir? 1. I think you should cut down to none. So, you know, I don't quite know what they're looking for when they ask you. Right, now I'll go around and stack on the brake pedal then. So you have a look at this. That's all right. Well, I heard it from over there, so I hope you heard it. And now, I just need to put the handbrake cable back on. See, I don't think this side, the cable's not going through the fulcrum properly. Let me get some lube and see if I can roll underneath and have a look at where it actually is. Oh. We are on actual stands, folks. We want basically that not shining in my face. That's it. No. Oh, it's up there, obviously. So I'm just looking at the fulcrum under here. The cable goes through. not attached to this end. Loose. I'm able to pull it back through over here. Light face. Yes, I am. I felt it move. Right. A bit tight. Just see what the handbrake's like now. Three clicks. I'll do the jack as well. Left is over here, I expect. I did! By George, I did! So the other side's moving now. This is what I mean about this cable. It's that was sticks. Hey, Stag. No, this one's. Oh! Just moved about 1/8 of an inch. I had seized up. As a kind of just final update on the handbrake adjustment, as you noticed, I was having problems with the actual cable sticking, which is the lights over here. So the cable was actually difficult to pull through the pull. So I've undone both sides of it. I gave it a shitload of lube, and now I've got it moving like that. Look at that. It was just all gummed up with solidified grease. It was possibly some spray underseal that someone's kind of just got absolutely berserk with. I got it all over the handbrake cable. The handbrake cable still does have quite a lot of shit on it, but it works. Now, I'd much rather reuse this existing handbrake cable, pre-stretched whatever, than put a brand spanking new one on. It's just the way I am. I've just got this deep mistrust for anything that's kind of reproduction new stock. So now it does that. I'm happy with that. I'm going to refit it and adjust it up. And I think it will work beautifully now, because I think that now we've got kind of the balance between the two halves. Yeah, that's all I need to do. So yeah, follow the balance procedure as before. Brakes aren't leaking, which is good. Just under here to quick visual check. So that was it for handbrake. Car's got other challenges, but this is it. This is the end of this particular feature on how to set a handbrake on a Triumph bloomin' Stag. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was useful for you.